I was very fortunate enough to play 3 years with Sharon. She was definitely infectious, fun, the most determined player I have ever had the privilege to play with. She had a smile that would just brighten any room, but her determination and loyalty to her team was unlike anything that I've ever met in somebody. Her work ethic would put any major leaguer to shame. Sharon was our center fielder, crazy. Every team knew about her. Her swing was amazing, but she really put the time and effort into making herself the very best player that she could possibly be. We would have a 2-hour practice, and then afterwards she would go work on her swing just to perfect it. And but she was gritty, very, very hardworking, always dirty, and just a fantastic player. To have this honor of Sharon being inducted into the Hall of Fame is, I can't even put it into words, and I know that her family is just bursting with pride, and I know if Sharon was here today, experiences this herself, she would just be so overwhelmed because it's so deserving. I can't think of a better player for this to happen to. I'm very proud of her.
For our last inductee, you could usually paint a picture, even if you've never seen a Hall of Famer, you can paint a picture by their numbers. You know that somebody hit 30 home runs, hit 350, scored 40 goals, scored 1,500 points in basketball. You can kind of gauge, hey, that's a Hall of Famer. When it comes to Sharon Pascale, numbers don't belie the type of human being she is. I don't care if she hit 860 home runs or if she hit 0 and no home runs. Sharon Pascale is the ultimate Hall of Famer. Sharon was taken from us 10 years ago. She was just an incredible, incredible person. I got to know her because she was an assistant coach for Coach Roy and Coach Bill back in '98, and she was part of a staff that was NFCA Coaching Staff of the Year. Her smile, her spirit, everything you want in an athlete, everything you want in a student, everything you want in a teammate, everything you want in a coach was Sharon Pascale. And taken from us way too soon, but, everything lives on with her. Her smile lives on, her spirit lives on. A lot of her former teammates were at the game today. Sharon, after playing softball, played professional football, women's tackle football. If you looked at her, you'd think she was a model. I'm not kidding, like a runway model. And she was tough as nails. So there was quite a turnout for her today. And Hall of Famers don't come any finer than Sharon Pascale. Representing her today is her mom, Marion, and her family, and her close friends, including Christine Wanaka. And I'd like to call Christine and Marion up to speak about Sharon.
Good evening, Provost Haynes, Mr. Suarez, Mrs. Alamo, Mr. Fox, 2012 Hall of Fame inductees, members of the Hall of Fame nominating committee, and LIU community. I'm sorry. Take your time. My name is Christine Wanaka, and I am a friend and former teammate of Sharon Pascale. I'm sorry. It's my honor. It's my honor to speak on her behalf and for Sharon's family tonight. I first met Sharon many years ago at Great Hills Little League on Staten Island. I was playing for Mid-Island Little League at the time, and I remember people being intrigued by the crazy girl from Brooklyn. She had one side of her head shaved, and the rest of her hair was about 3 different colors. She caused quite a stir that night, and little did I know our paths would cross again many years later. Sharon was a year older than me, so I was lucky enough to play 3 years with her here at LIU. We also played travel ball and the Empire State Games together. There is no description of Sharon I can give you tonight that could possibly do her any justice. She was truly that special. Sharon was different than anyone else I have ever known. Sharon was Sharon, confident enough to just be herself. She loved sports, any kind of sports. She was a huge San Diego Chargers fan, and you knew it as soon as you stepped into her room. She had a beautiful smile, all teeth, which I might say she was very proud of. Sharon was funny, actually quite hysterical. She never missed an opportunity to sing "I Will Survive" at a karaoke bar. And she unofficially changed the words of "Oh What a Night" to "Oh What a Sharon" because she was born in December of '73. She was so much fun to be around. You always knew you were going to have a great time with her and end the night with something memorable. Now Sharon, the softball player, was an animal all in itself. She was electric. She had a work ethic that would put any major leaguer to shame. Her dedication to making herself the very best player she could be was admired by everyone she came in contact with. And that dedication and strive to be the best rubbed off on the rest of her teammates. I love that about Sharon. After a grueling 2-hour practice, she would go to the gym to work out. She would stay after practice to shag more fly balls or get some extra swings in. That is what separated number 15 from the rest of us. She had that extra special something. She loved LIU and developed many special relationships here. Saeed, Margaret, and Roy, we all know that Sharon loved and respected you immensely. And Bill, your relationship with Sharon was that of teacher and friend. She loved you, and I know appreciated everything you did for her. Sharon was a bridesmaid at my wedding, and I'm grateful she was able to share in one of the happiest days of my life. She volunteered down at Ground Zero after 9/11, doing whatever she could to help. That was Sharon, a wonderful friend to those she knew and to those she didn't. Then on Christmas morning of 2001, I received a dreadful phone call from a friend. Sharon had died in a car accident that morning. Words can't even describe how I felt, the numbness, the heartbreak, and I couldn't even imagine to begin what her family was going through. She was gone. A beautiful soul, such a loving heart, gone. Can't make sense of it, but I do know it changed the lives of many people sitting in this room right now. God needed an angel that day, and he decided to take the very best. Speaking of angels, I'd like to share a personal story with you about Sharon. A few months after Sharon passed away, I was diagnosed with leukemia and forced to take a journey I had never imagined. Faced with many difficult decisions and treatments, I found comfort in prayer. I would pray to Sharon specifically to give me strength and a sense of humor through it all. Shortly after my prayers, sometimes minutes, I would receive a sign. At first it was hope. I would see signs with the word hope on it all over. Street signs, cards, plaques, you name it, it was there. It was all around me. Then I prayed to Sharon one day and asked her, "If that is a sign from you, let me know. Let me hear your song, I Will Survive." And wouldn't you know it, I got in my car, turned on the radio, and I Will Survive was playing. I sat there and cried. There she was, listening and helping, just like she had always done. So I continued to pray to her before every test, every biopsy, every stressful situation that came along with having cancer. Every time she answered me, whether it being hearing her song on the radio, seeing hope around me, or noticing the number 1551 on a license plate in front of me. Yes, Sharon, her softball number was 15 and 51 was her football number. She played linebacker on a women's football team too. The Pascale family and I would like to extend our most sincere gratitude to the Hall of Fame nominating committee for inducting Sharon into the LIU Hall of Fame. It's an honor to have her name beside those who have already been bestowed this recognition. We would also like to congratulate the rest of the 2012 Hall of Fame inductees on this prestigious honor. I'm sure that Sharon is with her father right now in heaven, looking down at this ceremony. Just about now, she's cracking a joke or two just to see her dad smile. But I also know that they're both bursting with pride. Just as Sharon, the daughter, the sister, the aunt, the friend, lives on in our memories, she will now live on within the walls of the LIU Hall of Fame. Thank you.